What up YouTube, it's your boy Typhon back with another banger. In today's video we have Perfect by PH1. I just wanted to upload this video because it's my first ever feeding video for my mixed aggressive experimental tank. So without further ado, let's go check them out. So here's a good view of my mixed experimental aggressive cichlid tank. I have a bunch of awesome fish in here. Anything from Oscars to Red Devil cichlids to Flowerhorns. There's a Green Terror cichlid in here as well. So a bunch of really cool fish. And I also have an Insignus Hap OB F1 cross hybrid first generation as well. So just wanted to show you a closer look at some of these fish in some good light today. I just posted a video on T.O, who is our red Oscar right here. He was getting torn up by our Flowerhorn. I still haven't named our Flowerhorn here, so I do want to name her. So if you like my content, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, see if we can name him or her together. But my Flowerhorn's starting to really look good with all of her spots and red, black on the tails, and just being more comfortable in the tank. But like I was saying, the Flowerhorn just one day when I was shooting the Glowfish video, if you haven't seen that one, make sure you go check out the Glowfish video featuring Ochocinco, who always has to be in the spotlight. Him and T.O, they always gotta have the popcorn ready. But yeah, I had to take him out because my Flowerhorn just went ham on him and just started attacking him, and he didn't look like he was gonna survive in this tank. So I put him in a smaller 5-gallon with an albino Oscar, and then T.O just started teeing off on him, and the albino Oscar got destroyed. If you haven't checked out the video, go make sure you check it out so you can see in 4K what he really looks like. But you know, closer peek at some of my guys here. This is Ochocinco, just an absolutely beautiful red tiger Oscar. We saw our Flowerhorn, and there, you know, kind of opening his mouth there is my incredibly beautiful Green Terror cichlid. I just find that it's so funny that the nomenclature and naming system for a lot of these fish is just so funny. Like the Green Terror cichlid, how can I not name this guy Goblin? You know what I'm saying? My Flowerhorn wants some attention now. They're getting more comfortable with me, but like, I mean, come on, his electric blue lines on his face. That's one of the key distinguishing factors for Green Terror cichlids. And after I put him in this tank, he's really just started to kind of blow up in terms of size and overall growth. And it looks like he's going to develop a nuchal hump as well. So if we want to talk explosive growth, you got to take a look at Daredevil. Daredevil is a Red Devil cichlid, and he just has the most amazing splotches of orange, not only on his dorsal, anal, and tail fins, but also kind of patterned, you know, kind of OB style throughout his body. And the biggest and coolest thing about mine, Daredevil, is his freaking parrot beak. He looks like some sort of duck with that beak, and it's just so beautiful. So as he continues to grow and develop, he's going to get more and more beautiful. So I'll make sure to keep you guys updated and in the loop as well. So let's see if I can find some of my cool other fish here. So this is our lemon. No, it's not. This is our blue dolphin Mori. And that's Mori, M-O-O-R-I. But this is Flipper, and he's my blue dolphin Mori, who is just a really avid and incredible swimmer, one of the top swimmers in the class, I'd say. But also, man, I feel like throwing some of these fish when they're about 2.5, 3 inches in this tank, their growth just seems to really take off there. So that might be a key strategy in growing your fish at a faster rate, is at about 2.5, throw them in a bigger tank. But Flipper's doing absolutely amazing, and he's one of the biggest fish in the tank now, which he definitely wasn't when he started. So this guy always wants attention. This is Yum Yum, and he is my blueberry OB Peacock Cichlid, and just his patterning with the blue peacock and just the crazy orange spots on his fins there just really make him so beautiful. But he is kind of aggressive. Typically these peacocks are not going to be able to be to handle themselves with some of these super aggressive fish, which is why it's my experimental tank. But because he's a male, and you can identify them a lot of times if they have a lot of egg spots, and those are on the anal fin, you'll see little spots on them, and he does have like 3 or 4 just really nice egg spots there on his anal fin. But yeah, Yum Yum loves his attention, and we have some other guys in here that crave my attention, like my blue Acaras. They do love attention, and these ones, I have 2 of them, and they can really camouflage really well. So right now in this stage in light, they're pretty translucent, clear, kind of greenish, grayish color, but they can go straight black. And it's really incredible to kind of see and watch. So if you take a look at this guy that, you know, is kind of just that color versus his brother, exact same fish, but shows you how much they can camouflage within a short amount of time. So it's not like they're different species or even that different in their change of pattern or you know, how they're identified. It's just they can really change colors that crazily, from that black to, you know, hardly black at all and mainly green. So it's just really cool to see, you know, just overall beautiful solid colored translucent type of peacock here. And this is the strawberry peacock. Just an incredibly good looking fish, and just really has been a really hardy species for me as well. So if you find a strawberry peacock in a pet store, you know, rest assured that they're going to be pretty easy to take care of and not as finicky as some of my other fish. Let's see if we can point out some of my shy guys in this tank. In the back there, this is our lemon jake peacock, and he's going to turn into this brilliant blue-bodied yellow-finned fish. So I'm really excited. I actually released him with my Insignus Hap OB cross, which is him right here. So that is an Insignus Hap, and Hap is just short for haplochromine. And this fish is incredible. All the Haps are incredible because as juveniles, they're literally just fish with dots and lines and stripes, black and white, and that is it for pretty much all the peacocks. And then as they develop, they turn into just crazy, the Haps, they turn into just crazy fish. So this is my most expensive fish. Get out of the way, Ocho. All right, so this is my most expensive fish, and it's funny because relatively speaking, if you look at the color and the pop and how good looking a lot of these fish are, you would never realize that that guy is the most expensive one in this tank. And he is an Insignus Hap OB. So he's a first generation cross F1 between an Insignus Hap and a female peacock. So I'm really excited to see what he's gonna turn out to be. If you guys really want to feel rewarded, you know, keeping up with fish and taking care of them to the point where you get to see their final true development in colors and stage as an adult, it's got to be one of the most rewarding feelings that, you know, you could ever feel. So just wanted to give you an update there. And then finally we have a guy back here that's kind of hiding, and this is Future, and he is our jewel cichlid. Really awesome fish, really good swimmer as well. A little bit shyer than most of the other fish, but then again, you know, he is just, his body type is a lot different. You see, like the Oscars have that big, just oval, round, just thick body type, whereas something like a jewel cichlid in Future over here, yeah, Future, I know you need to be front and center, man. Grab your mic, baby, or drop it, do something. But yeah, Future is shaped more like a, I'd say like a torpedo than some of my other fish who are rounder or more elongated. And then two more fish to update you guys on. This is my one of my original OB Peacock cichlids, and what's interesting about him is he has kind of started to become more translucent as he gets bigger. If you see some of my older videos, he's not that translucent. So it's really interesting what direction this guy is gonna go, because I'm not really sure. He just looks beautiful. And then finally in the back, and he always hides, but let's see if I can find him. We have an Ngara Flametail back here. Let's see if I can get a close up. So on the right there is our Ngara Flametail cichlid, and I still have yet Flipper, move! And I still have yet to name my Ngara Flametail back there with the blue head and red body. Flipper, get out of my way. Guys, I'll feed you in a second. And then finally, this is the newest one that I got, and I'll make sure I drop the releasing of him soon so we can focus on that guy. So that one's a surprise. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below. So without further ado, we have some goodies in here today. So let's take a quick peek and see what I have in here. Let's see if I can scoop up some goodies. And all these fish have kind of like different strategies as to how they want to eat and how they want to feed and where they catch the food. So I kind of have to target feed my Ngara Flametail cichlid, because he typically won't, if I'm around, won't even go for any of the food and just stay on the bottom. Most of the other ones are, you know, pretty good about getting food when they're hungry, and just, you know, these guys just eat until you can eat no more. It's like back in the day going to a Ponderosa or something like that and just all you can eat buffet, or like a Golden Corral now or something like that. Cichlids just have a voracious appetite, and it's hard to believe sometimes. You can just keep feeding them, and people say they have issues with overfeeding and blah 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 with cichlids. I'm all about their exponential growth and explosive development, so I'm all about feeding these guys as much as they want. And you can really start to see it come out, not only in the size of the fish themselves, but also in their color. A lot of this food is great for their color, and I do mix, that was just a mix of brine shrimp and bloodworms. I found super bloodworms from Petco PetSmart the other day, and they are spirulina enriched bloodworms. So I made sure to pick up those, because a lot of African cichlids, or at least mbunas, they are typically, you know, plant eaters, and they eat mostly algae and things off plants. But I've created a very carnivorous appetite and diet for them. So, you know, I mix in flakes with cichlid pellets, with bloodworms, and carnivorous diet and brine shrimp. So, you know, hopefully they continue to grow and develop and, you know, really become healthy. So if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, it only takes one click, and make sure to have a great evening. Peace out.